Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of me. Ooh, look at them. Look at that. See that? I'm on minimal. Let's do all. That's right, all the particles in the world. I'm playing on the Craft On server once again. You may notice we have a plethora of horses. It started off with me breeding these two together. This was Cheeto's horse, who used to be in the gold armor, and then we found some iron armor and put it on Cheeto's horse because he thinks it's better than gold armor. And then this used to be the horse that was mine, and so we bred them together and got this one. But using a mod, I found out I didn't like that horse, and so I went adventuring and found some more horses, and unfortunately, I only had one lead, so I can only bring one back. But this is my new horse. And I think this is the one that I'm going to keep because look how fast he is. Woo! One thing is that he does not jump well. So if I come over here, and this is just a too high... Well, I have... Get out of here. Get out of here, you piece of dirt. So if I jump, oh, he can. Oh, yeah, he did. But that's about it. He can just do 2 blocks only. So he's my new favorite horse. And he's just going to go right her so he doesn't run away. But today, I wanted to work on this right here. From the very beginning, well, not from the very beginning, but we kind of worked on this. And nothing else has happened with this top of the building here. And we've been resource gathering, me and Cheeto. I think he's actually, yeah, there he is. He's on the server. He's down there. And we have gone, in the last one I went through the nether, but obviously I didn't get that much. So we've been getting a lot more of this white stuff. That's called nether quartz. So we've been gathering nether quartz, and I think we are ready. So I'm going to build out the top. Now basically what the idea for the top of this thing is that I want it to be sort of like a monolith. What did I put here? It is a monolith, so that from spawn you can see the top of it. I don't think I need any of these redstone clays. I do need wool. I need the cyan wool, but I don't. Oh. There we go. We got some cyan wool. And I think I'll need some glowstone. And I think that's it. Okay. So, where's Cheeto? Cheeto? There he is. Hey, Cheeto. Hey, how you doing? He's not listening to me. So the idea is that from spawn, you can see this really cool structure. And then you get into the structure, and then there's stairs down into our house. So this is going to be the top of the structure. And the first thing... Oh, shoot. You know what I didn't do? So I didn't get a freaking pick, because I'm going to have to... I'm going to have to replace some of this clay. What I went ahead and did is I was smart. I built this in survival... And I'm looking for sticks because we got here. Let's just use wood. I built it in survival, and it is going, and that way I knew kind of how many quartz we needed to get, and then also made sure that it looked fancy. So, and then also kind of so that I could keep the design going. And that way, I know that it's going to look good. And I found out in doing that process, I really don't like this weird pink hardened clay. Why can't... Oh, okay. I was like, why can't I pick stuff up? So the first thing we're going to do is remove all this clay. And, yeah. So, okay. So some things that I wanted to talk to you about while we're making this all happen is that I will be at DragonCon. I know that I mentioned it in the last video, But if you want to come and hang out with me and chat a little bit, I will be there at DragonCon to kind of hang out. And truly, I don't really have many plans. I know that on Sunday night, I forget what time, but I'm gonna be seeing rain. This is why my particles, if you remember earlier in the game, were off. So I know that I will be playing. I will be planning on going to the NSFW show in the Crystal Ballroom on Sunday night, and I'm going to be doing some tech stuff for them. But that is about the only thing that I'm super scheduled for. I may cheat and wiggle my way onto. Tom Merritt is doing a panel on gathering tech news for his various tech news shows, and I thought that I should basically I thought I should be on the panel, and so I think that I'm going to try to totally usurp his panel and just be on it and just totally just be like, hey, what? I'm not really scheduled for any panels, so I thought it'd be funny just to kind of show up and be like, hey, Tom, of course I thought that it would, like, I feel like I have a little bit, I could, oh, my inventory's full. Don't need you. Let's place some torches down. Just go crazy. Boop, boop, boop. And pick those up. I think that I could add something to the conversation. If I am booked on Tom's talk about gathering tech news, as I do that for my job with Leo. Of course, I'm not going to be a complete jerk about it. I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm available, and hint and whatnot. There has been some really awesome people throughout the whole experience who have offered all sorts of stuff. Basically, finding rooms at DragonCon, it's become such a popular event that finding rooms at DragonCon is literally like the hardest thing in the world, unless if you're a millionaire, because if you're a millionaire, that solves all issues. And there's been some really cool people that have offered me rooms. I think this year I've always had the option of just sleeping like on the floor with Brian and Justin, and I think this year I'm going to continue that sort of situation, mostly because people have been super nice and offered me to stay at their place and whatnot, but I really like the option of sleeping in, and because I bet that those people would a lot of the people were like, hey, I'll show up early, get there super early, and I'm like, ooh, that doesn't sound like a lot of fun, like, thanks but no thanks. And then because I definitely want to sleep in, and then also that I'd want to stay partying, stay out late and everything, and so time for some of them pillows. Quartz, by the way, might be one of my favorite blocks added. I think it's, how did I do this? I did that, and that, right? Ugh, I hope so. Do it, and do it. I think so. I think that's how I had it. Do, and do. Get out of here, horsey! Horsey, leave! And then I think I also had this up 10 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say that's 5. That way I can 3, 4. I should be able. Oh no, I won't be able to fall that. But it's only one heart. What was I talking about? I don't even remember. So anyway, basically, I'm gonna put up another video. I know some people don't watch the Let's Play, and so I'm gonna put up a vlog explaining this as well. I just realized that was a bad idea, because I'm gonna need to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 10 blocks tall. I wonder if I'll be able to jump over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, oops, oops. Too many. Of course. And that's 10, right? I think I know math. Bam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should be 10. Yeah. I almost went too far. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What? What is this? Yes, that's math. Anyway, that's okay. That's basically it for Dragon Con. So definitely, if you want to hang out and meet me, and definitely if for some definitely feel free to say hi. I would love that. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2, 3, 4, 5. I like this because I'm getting low on health here. Yeah. Oh, poop. Okay. What else to talk about? Oh, I know. Of course. Home problems. First home problems. So basically, I've been having all these issues. 2, 3, 4. Right? 4. 2, 3, 4. I don't even know. Where I'm in the current place that I'm living right now is probably the best place that I've ever lived. I really, really, really like it. And basically, the way that I was able to live in such a fancy place is that they're doing construction on the whole plate. They're doing construction on the whatchamacallit, on the complex. And so I'm able to get a discount of pretty substantial discount. Now, I am going to throw some numbers at you guys because I trust you and without being completely crazy about it. And remember that this is California markets. So because I remember in Texas, I could get a place for like $500 a month that I was completely happy with. But moving to California, it's just absolutely ridiculous. So basically, I'm getting the place that I have now for a $200 discount of what the cost of normal rent would be. Oh crap! Oh, I missed it. Let me use this to dirt tower up for. Boop. And I've been enjoying that. Now, I got a letter, of course, because my lease is going out in 2 months. So they gave me a month to think about it, basically, telling me that if I would like to stay where I'm staying, the rates would change because I wouldn't get that discount. So if I was going to get 6 months, I would get a instead of the $200 discount. I hope that I don't die. Let me try something. Did it still hurt me? No, it didn't. Hey, wonderful. So I would get the I wouldn't get the $200 discount. I would get for 6 months. I would get a 100 and croup poop. That's not what I wanted at all. I'd get a $150 discount. Which isn't that bad, but obviously that's kind of like a disappointment based off of, because you turn that over, 6 months and, that's $300. And then, but here's where it gets crazy is if I choose, I think it's 8 to 9 or maybe 7 to 9 months. What's weird is they skipped a month in between their silly pricing scheme. So there was like you couldn't choose one of the options. But then it goes down to $100 off, which over the amount of months is much more of a shocker because it's over you're spending $50 more for more months. And same thing on and on, where if I wanted a year, it was now instead of the $200 off I'm getting, it's $50. And that first really upset me because basically I felt punished for deciding to spend my money with this company for a long period of time. It really felt like quite a burden, you know. And then on top of that, I started thinking about, like, when I signed up for this, they promised me tons of stuff because this was a construction thing. They said within the year that I was here that we were going to get a gym that the tenants could use, that we were going to get that we have these carports that are really ugly. Whoa. That they were going to tear down the carports. Get out of here, horses! Get out of here, horsey! Go away! Go away! Go away! No one likes you anymore. And what else? That they would update the 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 4 of those. That they would update the my porch, and she was just like, and one day they're just gonna come by, and you'll get a little note on your door, and then they'll update your porch, and your porch will be great. And they also use this imagery when signing me up that looks very much like, it looks like a really fancy freaking place that I'd be moving into. And of course, that's not what my current place looks like, because they never ended up doing the construction on my unit to make it look so fancy. Basically, it feels like really sleazy and confusing that they could do this or that they would do this. Part of me wants to go in and just be a complete jerk about it and just be like, this feels like bait and switch, and I'm going to get a lawyer to talk to you about blah, 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 blah. But of course, that's not really me, and I couldn't even pull it off. They would hear me do that, and they'd just be like, sure, like, let's talk to your lawyer. Like go get your lawyer and let's talk about this. And I'd be like, never mind, I'm not really going to sue you because I couldn't really pull myself to do that. And so right now I'm like psyching myself up to go in there and just be like, I really feel like you guys are jerks, like complete, absolute jerks. Obviously, I'm not saying this because I want some sort of indication. Like, I'm not saying this in a video because obviously I don't want to tell you the apartment complex that I'm renting from, because I don't. That gets a little too close to home for me. I'm only saying this because this is kind of what's going through my life right now. And maybe someone has some advice for me on how to handle sort of what I really do feel like is a super sleazy situation. They promised all of these things and then didn't come through with it. And now basically all I want is for them to honor the current lease that I have at the current price until all the things that they promised come true. And I don't, I'm in the middle of trying to figure out how do I say that appropriately. Can I jump this gap? I don't. Whoops. Nope. I think that this is doable. Yeah. I just think I need to be really good at it. Horses, shh. I think that a 4-gap jump is parkourable. I just don't know if I can parkour it. Oh, yep, there it goes. Okay, well, anyway. Off, horsies. Please, horsies, please. Anyway, that's kind of what I'm going through right now. The other big problem is that prices in California are so absurdly expensive. And I just can't afford many places, and this place is really nice because it is the thing that I'd have to admit is that I'm living in a place that is better than what I should be getting, I guess is the word, like, because of how the deal that they're offering with the construction stuff going on, I can afford it. Now, and granted, I don't know. It's like part of me is happy. I don't know. Part of me is glad that I found the place that I did. The other part of me is super bummed that I might not be able to stay here again. 2, 3, 4. Let's just do 3 of each, because that way I won't take any follow damage. Fun fact, kids, if you can fall from a 3 block height and not take fall damage. See, if I jump off of this, I will take fall damage, because that's higher than... What did I just do? Yeah. Because that's higher than 3. So you can take a 3 high fall damage, which allows you to jump off of a 2 block ledge and still not take fall damage, because your jump height is obviously 1 block. Fun fact. So now I'm put in this situation where I'm looking, and at first I was really desperate because I thought that I had dropped the ball on finding a new place, and that they were giving me this notice a few days before my 30-day notice was due. Because if you live for all you kids out there who don't know how to rent homes, you have to give a notice of 30 days so that they have time to rent out your new place. It's kind of standard policy. And I thought that I had waited till last minute and that I had literally like 3 days to make this decision. Turns out I have a whole nother... They were nice and gave me that information 30 days ahead of my 30-day notice, so 60 days, if you're doing the math. But that also made me start thinking, like, I'm a really goal-oriented person. And I started, like, it's one of my goals in my life to own a home. And maybe I was starting to think, like, maybe this is the time that I really start saving. Obviously, I can't afford the down payment on a home. Come on. But maybe now is the time to move into a place that's really well below my means. That way I can start to save money to maybe afford a house in like 2 or 3 years. Like basically spend rent, and live in a really crappy place for a few years, like 2 or 3, so that I could maybe afford a down payment. I don't even know. That was the other thing is that knowledge of this subject is so like not available. I don't know how much I should be saving if I wanted to buy a house. I don't know how much, like I just don't know any of that stuff. I feel completely stupid. Like it's a goal that I want, but I don't even know how to figure that crap out. And it's really obvious that there's a there's a divide in this country of knowledge and anyway, it became very apparent that I know nothing. I don't know anything. While trying to figure this stuff out, and even just feeling like really shafted on the house, on the apartment. Like I truly feel like they did wrong by me by promising me lots of things and then not following through with it. And I know from working in businesses and things like that I like how this guy is just here and I'm just not even dealing with him. I'm just like, you know what? I'm not gonna look at you. Yeah, let's do that. This will be smart. Shoot, I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is 3. So my last one will be 2. Hi. Anyway, that's that. If you have some advice, I'd be happy to listen to it in the comments. If not, I completely understand, because you and me are in the same boat if you don't have any advice for me, because I don't have any advice for myself. Okay, so, speaking of homes, geez, my aunt's house, this is a crazy story, literally caught on fire the other day. Like, literally burnt. Not to the ground. Luckily for her and for everyone in the house and all of her valuables, it did not actually burn to the ground. They did lose 2 cars in this fire. So what happened was, this happened in the garage. So far, this is from here. So I actually haven't talked to my aunt. I've talked to my mother about it. But This is one of my favorite aunts. I just get along with her really, really well, and she means a lot to me. So when I found out, I immediately tried to call and find out information. But basically, this was a battery fire. What happened is they, as a hobby, one of their siblings, one of their people that they is young. I can't think of the word. You know the word, like a child, like their son or daughter. Anyway, their hobby was race cars, and basically they plugged in the race car to charge up, and it caught on fire. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. So they are specialty RC cars that they actually race competitively, and they have these special batteries that, like, I know what you're thinking. You're like, oh, like, you could sue with a battery company, and now it's like, oh, well, these are crazy batteries, obviously. I think I used an extra piece of quartz on all of these because I'm running out of my pillar quartz, and I think I should have had extra pillar quartz, but whatevs. Whenever they charge these batteries, they put them inside of a protective box to charge these guys up because they're so crazy. Apparently, it got so hot that it melted through the freaking protective box that they use. Yeah, I'm running out here. I wonder if I can. Boop, boop, boop. 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 Ooh, boop. Okay, here we go. Hardcore parkour. No, I'm not going to do it. Oh, whoa, man. Oh, no. I'm the worst. Literally the worst. I think I had a piece of wall over here. Let's go ahead and jump up. Derp tower to the top of the thing. Use escape to be derpy. You know what? I'm just going to do this. So anyway, they had put the batteries inside of this protective thing, and it wasn't protective enough, and it caught on fire. It melted through the thing. Now, this happened in their garage, and understandably, they weren't in their garage to know that this had happened, and so the fire got a little bit out of control. Now, unfortunately, I'm not even sure. This is something that my mother. Oops, I didn't grab the horse in time. This is something my mother said. My mom said when I was talking to her on the phone that they may have had. Well, I don't know. I'm not even going to say this because I don't truly know the full story. But anyway, the batteries that burnt through the like, that's the thing that blows my mind, is that they had a freaking protective like thing for the batteries, and that wasn't enough, and it melted through that. So the fire got out of control to the point where they couldn't do anything about it when it lit. And 21, yeah, that should be enough. I think so, because I need to put 2 on all of these. I think I have more than 10. Crap. Well, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is what I remember. Oh, no, of course not. Oh, I'm so derpy because I made this chisel stuff. Boop. There we go. Now it's 10. Hey, look at that. Who's a winner? This guy. Okay, there we go. Bam. And bam, bam. Okay, back to the story. So can you imagine, like, what happened was it was late at night, and their person of relation, the young relation, their child, heard something in the the why can't I think of words? Oh my gosh! In the garage, and that person went to go check on it, and there was a freaking fire going on in the garage. There wasn't anything they could do about it because it was so insane. They got out of the house immediately. Not a single fire alarm, they said, went off because it was located in the garage. And apparently they didn't have a fire alarm in the garage, I guess, or smoke detector in the garage. Completely insane. Obviously, they're really shooken up. They had 2 cars. I don't know why I did that. They had 2 cars in the garage, and it's gone forever. And one of them, I don't think, they were both sort of older cars. This is actually in the same neighborhood. Like, get how small of a world this is. This is in the same neighborhood that Brian Brushwood lives in. And so I was like, hey, by the way, the aunt that lives next to you, like, her house caught on fire. And they were like, holy crap, like, we saw that. And they apparently had, like, a fancy VW Beetle. I don't even remember. It's been a while since I was in Texas to see. But apparently they had, like, a super fancy VW Bug. And I forgot. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do here. I think we're gonna do like a little, and on top of that, and there we go. So that VW Bug, which was like a collector's item. Oh, I don't have enough. Oh no. Oh no. And what are you? Stained clay. Oh, cyan stained clay. Yeah, that's right, because I had the cyan. Well, poop. I don't have enough cyan clay. I'm gonna have to make some. Poop. Shake my fist at the world. Well, it's becoming dark anyway, so maybe I should just go down and sleep. This is gonna be a long old episode, basically because I wanted to build this whole thing for you guys. But they had this really classic VW Bug that was red and really, really, really fancy. And unfortunately, that got caught in the fire. I think it was like a restoration vehicle, a restoration type vehicle. Ooh, that hurt. Ooh, that hurt. And I didn't make it at all down to where I wanted to. Okay, now I'm also trying to remember what do I use to make cyan flavor of dye? Because I already made it, but I think I grabbed just enough, to make the wool and the clay, but not enough. Where is bone meal? Bone meal. Not enough to actually. No, that's gonna be light. That's gonna make light blue. God, what is the recipe for cyan? I completely forget. I just made it. Okay, yes, I need my lapis blocks and my green dye. And let's make, and let's grab some of the hardened clay that I got. And chomp. Pow. And I don't need this much cyan, but we're just gonna go crazy because why not? Boop. There we go. That's all I really need. I'll just keep the dye around in case I forget how to make cyan later. Dye. Because it's a dye, right? It's not. It's cyan dye. Not. I don't want it to die or anyway. Moving on. Okay, so. What was I talking about? I was talking about how the fire happened. Luckily, no one got hurt. There's just fire damage on the outside of the building, and not actually. Like it didn't consume the house basically. So I mean, like, how lucky are you that or do you feel when there is a fire in your freaking house and you're not dead, basically, like that and all your stuff is okay. I mean, we spend lives collecting stuff, and you gotta protect your stuff. But I thought that was just an insane freaking story. And there goes that cyan piece of wool, and I think that I might need it. How stinky would it be if I get to the very end and all I need is like a single piece of cyan wool, and I used that tower for all the wool? That'd be ridiculous. We're kind of going for a cyan accent color, basically, with this monolith of craziness. I've been actually watching. Yeah, we got enough wool. I've been watching. What is it? Building with Sparkles, building with Starbuck, building. I forget what it is. But boop, doot. I've really kind of like watching that. No, get out of here. Because it does actually help me. I'm a very much a. I need to learn stuff. I'm not really great at teaching myself. I'm really great at just learning and learning fast. I don't really like spending the time. God darn it, to experiment and figure stuff out on my own. Basically, I kind of want. That's just how my brain works. Is I'm much better at being told how to do something than figuring it out on my own. I wonder if anyone else out there can sympathize. Sometimes I feel like it helps at jobs when I literally am probably the fastest learner that I know. That sounds like I'm bragging quite a bit, but. I feel like, and based off of experience, I try to pick up. At least I try. Also, that's another thing as I really do try to figure that all out on my own. I don't think I had any. Shoot. Let me. And I forget, I think that I did this, maybe? Let me look at I wonder if I have a reference here. Yeah, I do. Awesome. It was like this. Just, what am I doing? I'm going crazy here. And block. And let's just do this. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm on it. And 1, 2, 3, jump. And bloop. Looking hot. Okie dokie, guys. We're just about done. Now, I'm going to save the roof for another episode because, whoa! Because it's going to be a domed roof. But basically, here, let's run back here. Let's save the reveal. I've been you haven't really seen exactly what I was going for this whole episode. But if I go back here, I think you'll see what I'm aiming for. This is so suspenseful because I hope it looks good. And once we get up here, there we go. It's kind of the monolith. It's not really like a. It's not actually a monolith. I mean, a monolith I think is kind of like an Egyptian, like elongated pyramid. It's more. I more think of it as a Roman. Sort of structure of maybe science and learning or something. I need to make an entrance right here, so I'm gonna have to build out this little entrance. This is going to be a staircase straight that way, I think, is what I'm gonna aim for. So I'm gonna have to fill this up. And it should also work at night, so I can pull all these torches out of here. Let's also pull this derp tower down. And It should be fully lit at night, so I shouldn't get any baddies, I don't think. Although, ooh, what did I just do? That was weird. Oh no, huh? Weird. I thought I physically felt my finger right-click the mouse, and then I felt like I jumped up, but maybe I'm just going crazy. We're also gonna pull these horses out to somewhere else because they can't be in the Roman architecture. That'd be ridiculous. But I'm glad that it looks kind of cool. It's kind of like a little stopper on the top of what the house will eventually be. I need to clean out what T2 did down here, and we've already started just a little bit. And we'll continue on here a little bit later. Whoa. Anyway, whoa, hello, Mr. Skelly Man. Time to end this episode. It has definitely been a super long one. Thanks for hanging around with me and listening to my story time. I hope that you subscribe and catch all the future videos. Also, feel free to give this video a like. If you give this one a like, I kind of know which videos the subscribers is an overall number, and the likes are kind of an individual number to know if I should kill or continue on with a specific series of videos. So thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys on another episode of OMG Plays Minecraft on this here, the Craft On server. Thanks so much. Bye!
OMG!